All right, in this lecture, we're going to go over advanced form and 3D shadowing and highlights for those advanced forms. So first off, we're going to start off with the shape that we created in a few lectures ago. So it was sort of a squiggly plus sign, like so, and then we had the edges coming off. We'll just quickly finish up the shape so we can start demonstrating on it. All right, so there's sort of our organic shape that has form to it, but how do we add highlights and shadows to this? Well, this is advanced because it's got some curves on it and it's also going to have some cast shadows on it. So first off, we need to decide where our light source is coming from. So let's say that our light source is coming from the top up here, like so. It's going to be shining down in this direction. So where are these highlights going to be? Well, we're going to get a highlight on this top edge right here. We're going to get a highlight on this top edge. And as this curves under, it's going to get more of a shadow, but then it curves back and you get more of a highlight. And so that's why it's considered complicated. We're also going to get a cast shadow being cast from this object right here, this part of the shape, onto this bottom part down here. So let's go ahead and get started. So first, let's start off with our core shadows. Our core shadows are going to be on the opposite side of our light source. So that means it's going to be on these bottom edges of our shape. So let's go ahead and fill those in. Like so. Same with over here. And then we also are going to get those core shadows over here. All right, perfect. Next, we need to add in our other shadows. So we've already kind of added in our mid-tone shadows here, but we need to also add in a mid-tone shadow right here, because as this piece curves back underneath, you're going to get a little bit of a shadow there, and then it's going to slowly fade back into highlight as you get to this surface right here. So we're going to add a little bit of a shadow there. Perfect. All right. Now next what we want to do is, since the light source is at the top and kind of hitting it more from this side, we need to add a mid-tone shadow to this surface right here. And so we'll go ahead and we'll add that in. Great. Now lastly, we need to add in a cast shadow from this object right here. So this is going to be casting a shadow down onto this. So let's add the edge of that shadow, and then we can go ahead and fill in that area like so. And now that has a nice cast shadow on it. Now lastly, let's add the cast shadow onto our surface. And because this is a lot more complicated and it's kind of sitting on its edge, it's going to be relatively complicated, but it's okay, we can go ahead and add it in anyways. So this is going to be getting a cast shadow coming from this side, so it's going to be coming off like so, and then that's going to kind of come around like that, and you're just going to basically get a mimic shape of your shape here. And as it comes off, we don't even have to worry